period. On my black, brown, and indigenous. Gotta holla if you really feeling this. Gotta holla if you really real enough. Other rappers is delirious. Yeah, it's really that serious. Better holla if you really feeling me. I gotta keep it 100, ayy. If you don't like it, then fuck it, ayy. We gonna win in the end, yeah, we gonna live in abundance. I gotta keep it 100, ayy. If you don't like it, then fuck it, ayy. We gonna win in the end, yeah, we gonna. I gotta keep it 100. We gotta stop all the stunting. You know we coming from nothing. Yo, you talking about money, you bluffing. We gotta do something different. We gotta change how we live in. We gotta do better for women. We gotta do better for children. We gotta listen to victims, whether Jewish or Muslim or Christian. It doesn't matter your religion. You gotta stand against the system, or else you just another villain. How you just sitting there chilling?
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Jabari Rock Podcast. My name is Jamar Jabari, of course, and I have another guest to come on. I hope people, by the time you hear this, that you definitely enjoyed the Sonal interview. Please tell me your feedback. I think that was a really, really great interview, and I want to know people's feedback on that because it was a new atmosphere. So if anybody say, "Oh, your camera is messed up" or whatever, let me know. One person told me one thing a while ago, and I was like, "Let get some more feedback." I like feedback. Feedback helps this show. So don't forget to like, share, and follow. I have a new guest. Without further ado, another Connecticut artist. Really, really appreciate the connection because, it's like season 5. We're almost towards the end of it. And I always wanted to make sure that I get more local artists on here. And that was my freaking goal. And it's there, man. I'm repping my state. Got the state on here, man. For the last 4 seasons, I love talking to people internationally. But I was like, man, there got to be artists on here. You got to put Connecticut on the map. So this is one of the most important things on a mission with Jabari Block Media, covering music, politics, and culture. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Without further ado, I want to introduce this artist, Jay Nasty. I heard a good amount of his music. He got a new song coming out. He got a new song out already called 2 a.m. in Connecticut. 2 a.m. NCT out now. Go listen to everything, man. Go listen to it. All right, so without further ado, let's bring him up. What's up, Jay Nasty?
Nah, not much, man. How you doing?
Good. Thank you so much for coming on the show, dude. So many questions. Don't want to take too much of your time.
Okay.
I apologize for the feedback, people. Let me see if I can do this a little lower. Sometimes audio is just tricky as hell online. This is why I want to be in person soon.
So that's what I thought we was going to do. I thought we were going to be in person doing a podcast, but even doing it online is still dope too.
Yeah. So, well, soon. That's a goal. I'm not there yet, but it's definitely
just a stepping stone until you do the face-to-face podcast. So
hell yeah. So you tell me, man, you got this new song out, 2 a.m. in Connecticut.
Right.
The artist on there, is he also a Connecticut artist as well too?
Yeah, he's actually a Connecticut artist. He's actually like doing this thing in Connecticut. He actually had 2 situations where he actually got signed to 2 major labels. He was signed to Universal and signed to Epic. So I did my research. I discovered him on the radio. Hot 93 was playing him. So I decided to do my research and come to find out he already got a good background. He already experienced, being in the industry. So I felt like working with him would be like a stepping stone. Because what I learned is, in this business, you want to work with people that's on the same level as you or doing better than you. You never really want to work with someone that's not on the same level. So, doing my research with him, I know it will help benefit my career because he's further than me. And I just reached out to him. He was doing verses. Well, he was doing features for the cheap. So I ended up locking in with him. We did the verse. We actually linked up in the studio together to catch that vibe and got the song done.
And this is Don Zeno P.
Um,
Am I saying his name right?
Don Zio P. Just so
Don
you.
Zeno P. I'm acting like he's Italian. Don Zeno P. Word.
Yeah.
Shouts out. I like the cover art and everything too. Like, how did that come to mind? Like, that's really creative.
Man, it came about because like what it is with me, I like being creative. Like my logo, is called S.H.S.C, stand for Stop Hating, Start Creating. Because when it comes to this business, a lot of people tend to hate, but a lot of people don't be creative when it comes to that. So when it came to the cover, I'm always thinking of being creative. And how I kind of got the idea, I got the idea for one of my lyrics because I said something about like Lil Wayne, yeah, my roof ain't got no ceilings. So I kind of took the ceilings idea and was like, all right, let's do something where we in the building and there's no ceiling of the roof and we could see the sky with the stars and stuff. So that's how that came about by me just listening to one of my lyrics and that's how it came about.
Mm-hmm. And I want to get the picture up real quick so people can see it. The link is going to be in the description.
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, that's how that came about. I'm a fan of cartoon covers. I just love them.
Yeah. So, do you draw?
Yeah, I actually do. I haven't drawn in so long. Well, I haven't drew in so long. But I started drawing before I started doing music. So I started tracing at first. I used to just trace stuff and lie like, yeah, I drew it. Then I saw a
Gotta do
little
what you gotta
step
do.
for me. But after that, I just started like really drawing without tracing to see if I could really draw, and it started coming about. So when I was younger, throughout my years in um, elementary school and middle school, I was drawing. So I got like a catalog of everything I drew, but I just stopped drawing. But I could pretty much draw anything. It's just I got to look at something in order for me to draw it because it's kind of hard for me to draw something without seeing the visual of it.
Mm, mm.
So yeah, I draw a little bit. Just been a while.
Well, that's really dope, man. Because like as an artist, I'm so jealous of artists that can do all these type of things because it's like it makes it easier for you in the process
Right.
than someone like me. Like I gotta pay this guy for the artwork and all that stuff. But then I saw Canva and I'm like, okay, I could kind of do something with Canva now, but still though, there's nothing more authentic than getting an artist for your artwork. Nothing more authentic. Like that's a key thing right there.
So when you be getting your covers done, you be paying like a lot for it or
Right now, I just rock with Canva for
okay,
right now. Yeah,
got you.
but I remember when I was with the band Light Warriors and we cut an album called One. Was it called One? Yeah. And it was just a variation of the same song, but like made with different artists from around the world. So
Right.
it was pretty cool. You had like a reggae from a reggae to a house beat, from a house beat to like an Afro rock type of sound. It was pretty cool. But I remember how tedious it was having the discussions about like what kind of artwork should we do, and we want to change the logo. What kind of logo? And then everybody got these ideas and stuff like that. And it's like how much we gonna pay the guy. You know what I mean? Like starting a podcast and stuff with Canva, I'm just like, okay, let's see if I can do an art cover with one of my songs. So I did, and people like it, but it could be a lot more better.
I saw. But my secret is you ever heard of Fiverr?
Fiverr?
Yeah.
No. No.
Bro, when you get a chance, look up Fiverr. Fiverr is a site that could provide you with any service for cheap. So that cover that you put up, the 2 a.m. in CT, I actually paid $10 for that cover.
What?
I swear to God, I paid $10 for that on Fiverr.
That's dope.
On Fiverr, it provides you with any service. If you need covers, you can get covers. You can get logos. You can get intros. They help with marketing, but it's all cheap, like cheap prices for good product. So that's what I use Fiverr.
Yeah. And you know, that was one thing I wanted to like, because when I was looking at your YouTube page, you have really good like art covers and stuff, like really cool ideas.
Nah, thank you.
Like it shows it, like that's unique from a lot of different artists as well too.
Hmm.
What was childhood like? How did you get into rapping and drawing in the beginning? Where you from originally?
I'm from Connecticut originally, from
Mm-hmm.
Waterbury. For the ones who don't know,
Okay.
um,
They
I
call it the
wasn't
dirty
born.
water, right? I'm
Yeah,
from Bridgeport.
crazy part
Word.
about Amber Hills out there.
Yeah.
But I was born in Middletown, Middlesex Hospital, but I was raised in Waterbury, a.k.a. Dirty Water, until I was the age of 14, and that's when I left. But let me backtrack a little bit.
Yeah.
So my upbringing, you know, when I was born, my mom, back in that time, she was addicted to drugs, to crack and stuff. So um we was basically homeless growing up, you know, poor, living in shelters, living in the streets. Or what my mom would do is she would make friends with certain people, get cool with them to the point where like they would allow us to come over and sleep over and stuff like that. And that was going on until I was the age of 8. So when I turned 8, one of my mom friends knew what was going on, and I'm, you know, I'm still young. I'm not really processing what's going on with my mom and stuff, far as her being on drugs. But my older brother, he kind of knew what was going on, and I really didn't. So one day, some lady called D.C.F on us, and then like 2 days, D.C.F came and snatched us up. But I thought I was the reason why we got taken, because my mom, she met a guy she was dating, and she left us with him for like 3 days. So he getting frustrated, like, you know, where y'all mom at? Y'all not even my kids, this and that. So my older brother kind of left me because he knew what was going on with her. So he knew where she was at. So there was a house. Well, it was a church. Um, but come to find out, the church was a crack house, and I didn't know. So when my brother left me with the guy, me and the guy leaving, trying to find her, you know, going to all these different spots to go to. The last spot we went to was the church. So the lady in there, like, she not here, she not here. And it was like a long hallway with mad different doors. So I see a lady in the hallway with glasses. So I knew that was my mother. So my mom, she kind of put her finger over her mouth like this to tell me, like, don't say nothing. But I'm young, you know, I'm with a guy I don't know. So we leaving. So I'm like, yo, I know where my mom at. He like, where? I'm like, she upstairs. I just seen her. Go upstairs, they arguing. And then 2 days later, we in a system. So I'm thinking that I was the reason. But come to find out, it was one of my mom friends called D.C.F on her because she knew what she was doing. So for like 2, 3 years, I'm blaming myself. I'm beating myself up, you know, being bad in school, doing things I'm not supposed to. So when I found out I wasn't the reason, my social worker, like, all that anger you feel, just put it in a, you know, put it to a pen and a pad, write down what you feel. So ever since my social worker told me that, R.I.P. Carlton White, he just died like a month ago, which is so sad because he was like the only father figure to me. Because I never met my father, my real father, until 3 years ago. So when he told me like, oh, I wasn't the reason, just write everything on a pen and a pad. So I started doing that, and the rest was history. So if it wasn't for Carlton White telling me to write my feelings onto a pen and a pad, I wouldn't have been rapping. So I think that man all the time.
Wow, man, that's a story, man.
Nah,
Wow.
right. I got the story. Not to cut you off real quick. I come from a family of 9. My mom had 9 kids, and all of us was in D.C.F.
Wow.
So like I utilize my story to, you know, be successful and do things that a lot of people don't want to do, but I do because I want to get ahead. I don't want to go back to, you know, living homeless and stuff like that. So I always make sure I hustle. That's why I work a lot and stuff like that, you know, because I don't want to go
Mm-hmm.
back to. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're like we're talking to you earlier about how much you work and stuff. Like it's so it's really really telling on like how like society is and how we have to learn to cope and everything. You know what I mean? Like it's realness out here, and I really appreciate you sharing that. Like I didn't know that's really deep.
nah,
Um,
it's all good because I look at it as, you know, I'm okay with it now, and then I know my story can help the next person. And then like I want to be an advocate for D.C.F kids, so they could look at
right.
me like, oh, he a walking prophet, he a living prophet. He's someone who been through the system like me, but look at him, he made it.
Yeah.
So
I gotta ask, were you able to stay with your siblings in the DSS process,
um,
DSF process?
at one point, yeah, my grandma she fought for us, and it didn't really go well within that year, so we ended up going back into the system with strangers. But after that, I guess my mom, she was, you know, getting herself cleaned and stuff, went through the proper programming to get us back. And then my mom got us back and then relapsed and did the same thing. So we ended up back in the system a second time.
Mm.
And after that, my mom just, you know, just gave up. She's clean now. She's good now. But after that second time, she just gave up on, not gave up on us, but gave up to kind of fight for us and stuff.
Mm.
But she, you know, she always made sure that she was always around to do visits and stuff with us and stuff.
Yeah,
So
word, man, word. And you know, I'm looking at your discography. You're a hard worker.
I do, bro. Like that's all I know. Like
Hard worker.
that's for greatness, you know. That's all I see. Like I said, I just met my father 3 years ago, and it's very motivational to me because on my father's side, they're millionaires. Well, one of my siblings,
Oh
because
yeah.
my great granddad, um, he became a millionaire. He got 1.5 million, and that's from him being like, you know, stingy, not spending his money,
Hmm.
investing and stuff like that. So when I hear these stories, it kind of motivate me. Like I want to be the next millionaire of the family, because if we already have one, and y'all telling me what he did was, you know, spend less, invest, and then what he did too, what they told me was back in his time, you know, banks, when you put money in the banks, they would give you like over
Right.
10%. So what my great granddad did, he would do where say if you wanted to borrow say $50, he would tell you, I'm gonna need that 50 back in interest. So if you want to borrow 50, I need 70 back. And he would say that to people to let them know, like, listen, I could take that same 50, put it in the bank, and gain over 10% interest rate. So why would I just give you $50 for you to give me back $50? So he understood how the world works. So he kind of operated like that. And that's how I kind of operate, not even knowing like the history. But when I found out the history, it was just mind blowing because that's how I kind of operate too. Because my thing is, everything costs. So, you know, when you hungry, you will go down the street, buy some food, or pay for something you need. But now, when you need something from me and I'm asking for something, you don't want to do it. Not do it, but you don't want to pay. But it's like you'll pay the next man who's providing the same service. So
Mm.
it's like nothing free in life. So it's like, you know, even though if you go buy something from a store and say you $1 short, a lot of the stores won't give it to you because they're not in the business of losing money. They in the business of making money.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So that's it. That's very interesting. Did you know, going back to your dad, did you know that like heard in the past when you were younger that about him, or him being rich?
nah,
It was just a shocker when you met him.
yeah, it was just a
Wow.
shocker to finally get to see my father and know him out of 28 years. I'm
Hmm.
31 now, but I met
Right.
him when I was 28.
Mm.
So it was just a shocker to know the history on his side of the family, and then, you know, just to get that motivation. Um,
Yeah.
but what my great granddad did, what he did was he gave the money to my cousin, where he made a will where if someone in the family goes to college first and finish, receives his money. So obviously I wasn't around at the time, and my cousin, she's much older than me. So obviously she was going to finish college before me or anybody else in the family. So the money went to her, but it kind of stirred up a lot of conflict with other people in the family because
Mm.
everybody in the family was feeling entitled to the money and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was a lot of conflict with her and the family. But even when I found out, like, I didn't even care for the money. It's just the motivation and knowing the knowledge, like it is possible, and then knowing that someone from my family actually became a millionaire. Like, so, you know, I just tell my cousin, I'm just thankful, you know, just to be around you and to know you. But what she do is like, you know, when y'all get together, y'all go out, she gonna make sure she take care of the bill and stuff. And that's fine. I'm not really looking for no money because I'm gonna go out and get it myself. Like, I'm
Yeah.
a grown man, so I don't really need to wait for somebody else to give me something. I'm gonna go out and get it. So
Yeah. And you know, back to the music part of it. You have 4 albums and 60 singles. Um,
okay.
oh, sorry. Did I look into you too much?
Nah. I'm about to say that's good. I haven't even counted, but that's just good.
I'm just trying to make sure I do my job.
Nah, doing your job. Trust me. Trust me. I appreciate that.
Word. That's why I said you a hard worker. When I looked at your discography, your discography, I can't get that word today. What the hell? But anyway, when I look at your catalog, I was like, oh, damn, dude's a hard worker. You know, and stuff like. And you know, I was showing actually rappers your your channel too, but like this is what you're supposed to be doing. Like you talking to me about how you would do this, would do that. You not working hard enough. This is what you supposed to be
Oh,
doing. Like I
no,
had this talk with an artist. Like,
straight.
I think you lazy right now, bro.
Nah, facts. It'd be funny because
Which
it'll
is
be funny if it's one of the artists I know. Cause I know an artist like that. And like years later, he's still talking about he got this song, and I'm like, bro, you don't got no music, bro. Like, stop trying to tell people you this and you that, and you don't got no proof of not one
yeah,
song, bro. 10 years later, like, come on,
just drop one, bro. Just
something, right? I even gave him an opportunity because Don ZOP, he's for the people. So
yeah.
he giving people opportunities where he was doing an open verse challenge to one of his hit singles because the radio picked it up and they played it a lot. So he did an open verse challenge free. And he'll shoot the video right after you record your verse in his studio because they got like a big building. It's like a warehouse, big. So
Wow.
upstairs they got like 5 studios. It's like 8 different rooms and shit. But the upstairs is like the big studio, and then downstairs they got a couple other studios that other people was renting, and then they got like another section where you can film and shoot content. So I was telling my one friend who be procrastinating, like, yo, bro, my boy, he's giving opportunities free, bro. Like industry standard quality, industry standard video, everything. So he like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I don't got a ride. I said, bro, it's Uber. You could take a bus. You could take a train. oh, I don't really got it. I said, bro, you live in Middletown, so you're closer. So my boy, he took an Uber from New Haven to Hartford, and it cost him $30. So
Yeah.
you're it should cost you no more than 15, 20. Oh, I don't got it. I said, bro, I'll even pay half. Still couldn't do it. So that just shows me like how people really be procrastinating and really unmotivated. So he missed the opportunity. He seen me do it, seen the video. Dang, bro, I should have did it. I should have did. I say, bro, I told you. Like, what y'all don't understand is, yeah, I be procrastinating too much. But what it is once it's done, it's done. All you had to do was pay $10. I would have put in the other 10 for you to get there, and then I would have brought you home. And it's just so crazy how people can't find a way to contribute something small to do something that they really want to do. So it's like I'm tired of being around people like that. That's
Yeah, I
why
think that's a very important thing for artists to understand, because how crazy it is right now. Like, if you want to pursue it, you gotta dive all in. You can't.
I have to. Got to take those risks. That's what they not used to doing. But that's why a lot of artists will ask me, like, bro, how did you get so far in your career, or how did you get here? And I'll tell them, like, I invested and just kept going. Like, every week, bro, every time I get paid, I'm taking a portion of my bread and I'm investing it back into my music. So right now, I'm currently invested with like ads. So every time I get paid, I would throw like $100 ad on one of my songs and stuff. And the goal with that is because before the pandemic, I'm not sure if you caught on, but I kind of caught on after. But like when the pandemic hit, I started to realize when you would scroll on your social media, you would see videos of people that you wasn't following, and then above the video it would say sponsor. But I didn't understand what was going on. People was paying for those ads when the pandemic hit. So what I realized was, by those people that was paying for the ads, they was consistent with it for at least a year. So after a year, they kind of blew up, and I kind of learned that's like a cheat code. But it became oversaturated where everybody want to do ads now, so it's kind of hard to get someone to blow up because everybody doing it. But before, it wasn't a lot of people running ads, so the the amount of people that was back then, it was easy for them to blow up because it wasn't a lot of people running ads. So now it's a lot harder, but I tell myself it's really not, because the trick is this: when an artist do run an ad, they don't be consistent. They'll probably run an ad for like, say, 4 days, 5 days, 10 days, or whatever, and then that's it. So I understand running an ad, you're basically going viral because social media is pushing you and promoting your content in front of an audience that you can't reach every day as long until your budget is up. So my thing was, what happened if I could kind of run an ad for a whole year, 365 days? I'm going viral for 365 days.
So the ad thing I want to share. We
Go
got a
ahead.
little technical difficulty earlier. That's what I started doing as well too around 2020. I noticed the ad thing was going on, and I was starting to use it for the band, and then the band didn't work out because of COVID, and a lot of people had to go its different directions. So
Yeah,
I
that's
started
COVID.
doing the podcast, and I've been using the ads on the podcast, and
Yeah.
it's been pretty cool. You know, it does help with some with reach. I would say that if I did more, that it will probably be a bigger reach, but the organic also helped as well too. So it's all it's like two good things: the ads and the organicness. Really,
Yeah.
really, really works out.
So when you run ads, what's your budget normally? What you put behind your budget?
I ain't putting in what you did. I'm like, why the hell I
Okay.
didn't do that? I put
Nah.
like 20. I put the highest I would go like 25 for a week ad, but then I
Okay.
noticed that it's better like paying more for like
For the
like say
budget.
for two
Nah.
days, like $30. Put $30 on it for 2 days, and you get like a
Today's right.
giant
Because you'll
reach
get a
from
bigger
that.
reach.
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
right. And that's what I'm learning. Like, right, the bigger the budget, the bigger the audience. So, you know, I started off like you were saying, $25 here, $30 here, seeing the results, liking it, but not really wanting what I know I could get. But that's what they say, depending on your budget. The more money you put, the bigger the audience. So I just started doing that, and I spoke to someone who specialized in like ads. And so what I be doing is I be talking to like the ones who be running ads, where that you be seeing them all the time, because those is the people who be, you know, providing a service to run your ads. So I hit them up and I'll talk to them just to get an idea, like what's the proper budget that you really need to kind of go viral or kind of get that traffic. And I even Googled it too, but they really say like if you put a budget between like 500, like 500 to 1,000, you would definitely go viral, where you would gain traction, where you will become famous on social media and stuff. But everything should start coming into play, where people gonna start booking you and stuff like that. So that's my goal. I just want to, like, one of these days just take $500 and just put it behind there, because that 500 would be able to last for like, I think like 5-6 months. So just imagine going viral for 5-6 months. Every day you seeing me, you may not click me for the first two, but the third month, most likely you gonna click it, because now you seeing me all the time. You seeing the numbers going up. So you like, oh, let me see what this is about. So whether if you click it or not, that's straight. The whole goal is to be seen, to let the world know you exist. So you may not click on it, but you know Jay Nasty exists.
Yeah, I just learned something. Just learned something. And now I got a new goal.
Shoot. We learn something new every day.
Right.
Shit.
You know, because I'm already trying to figure out like how to make sure the content is appealing and all that stuff like that. And it's definitely important. Like, since we're at this day and age, and you see TikTok is doing it now too. TikTok is moving into the ads now too, and I think that's because they might get banned by the end of the year, by the end of the month or something like that, or they have to switch over. I just think that whole situation is weird, like just because the dude's from Singapore, but whatever. Right. Like, the whole situation is weird, but like you're seeing all the social media companies now doing it now. Twitter is the most expensive.
Yeah.
Well, X now.
Crazy.
It's the most expensive.
Crazy.
You're putting 50 down now. You're not like.
Nah, right. Shoot. And that's something too I be talking about, where people don't want to invest, like, you know.
Yeah, it is.
I
a
learned
big
too with
investment.
the music. That too, but with the music is really 90% business, 10% music, you know.
Right.
Because anybody can make a hit or make a good song. It's all about how you market it to make it become a hit. So.
Yep. I mean, the band. I mean, for people that are hearing this and is so new to this, I mean, like, even with the band, like when I started a band, we didn't last long, but I ended up putting hundreds of dollars into that band. And when I was with the Light Warriors themselves, it was a budget of thousands of dollars. That Eric Rabaska, one day he'll be on the show if he feels like sharing that. Eric, am I blowing up the story? I'm sorry, but I just want to like let people know this. You got to put a lot of money into your art.
Into this. Nah, you
we blew thousands of dollars on just like promo and shows and recording. It was crazy.
Nah, I feel the same way, bro. That's why I kind of learned the business a little bit. Like, the people who really get paid is the ones who's really behind the scene. The artist is the one who really get paid last. So it's like, that's when I had to kind of learn how to do other stuff. So I bought cameras. I learned how to work a camera. I'm a photographer too. I shoot videos as well. I got my own studio over here in the back.
Right.
So not only to record myself for free, I got other artists that pay me to record too.
Nice.
So now I kind of find a niche for myself to kind of make money off the music, and take that money to reinvest into my career instead of just using, you know, my work money and shit. So now I created another stream of income to use to reinvest into my music. So
yeah, man. I mean, it just flows once you get it.
get
You
it,
get
yeah,
it. People, a lot of people don't understand. Like my girl's mother was like, "Won't you just focus on one thing?" And I'm just like, no. If I'm doing podcasting, I might as well be a photographer. If I'm going to be a photographer, I might as well make sure I get my own shit clipped and do
right,
videography and all that stuff like that. Like
right.
it all comes together. Like, of course, yes, I just want to do music, but now I ended up
Music,
doing
right?
all these
Yeah,
things, and I got
yeah,
artists calling me saying, "Yo, come cover my show. I'll pay you 100 or whatever we negotiate, shit like that." And I'll come up with my camera, get it done. Like,
nah, yeah, yeah.
you got to do these. You end up doing these
You
things,
got
and it's a good process. I know some people can't handle doing multiple things at once, but if you could find a way, it works.
it works, nah, because you can't really rely on nobody else. You know, might as well do it yourself. So,
Yep, yep.
and, I, and that's true, right?
And how did last question? I wanted to get into this, but
Now go ahead.
we had technical difficulties. Um, Jennyboomboon. How did you meet Jennyboomboon? I met the
I met.
homie. I want to give a shout out to the homie DJ Nice. Can't even think of the DJ's name. He's a new DJ. I don't even, you know what? Let's pretend I never said that.
From Hot
How'd you
93.
meet Jennyboomboon? Yeah. Hot 93.
Um, how did I met Jenny? I first met her at an event she was doing. Like, what a lot of people don't know, bro, and like this is what kills me. Like all these artists that you hearing on Hot 93, I was the first, bro. Like
For real?
back in bro, I swear to God, I got documents and everything. And
Word.
that's why like I be getting frustrated because it's like now they not really playing me, they playing other people, but it's like, yo, what's the difference? Because I got relationship with these people for 10 years. I've been dealing
Right.
with Hot 93. I first started dealing with DJ Hawk. That's how I got into Hot 93. I was dealing with DJ Hawk because he was like a mentor of a group that I was with. And then from there, this was back in what, 2011. After Hawk, I got cool with Kid Fresh. And then me and Kid Fresh, we was just tight. He started telling me about the game and different things I need to know. But he always would say, like, in order for us to really play your music, you got to get cool with everybody. So by him saying that, I will pop up to all the DJs events, Jennyboomboon event, DJ Meechi event, Craig G event, just to, you know, build that relationship because they want to see you support them before they start supporting you. But I feel like it'd be a lot of BS because I've been supporting them since day one, and I support them more than they support me. And then when I ask for a favor, a small favor, they can't even do it. So it's just mind blowing to me. But how I met Jenny
Mm.
is because what Kid Fresh was saying, you gotta mingle with all of us and stuff like that. So one day I was just seeing where Jennyboomboon was at that one week. She was somewhere in Meriden. Um, it was like back to school week. The kids was going back to school, so they was giving out backpacks for the kids and stuff. So I popped up just to show support and you know, was chopping it up with her. We took a picture and then that's how our relationship started. Just by me popping up to one of her events. And that's what I try to tell other artists is it's not difficult to meet these DJs or certain celebrities you want to meet. You just have to go to their event and you know you'll have access. It just depend on the artist, but like a DJ, you always want to have access to the DJ. But if it comes to an artist, what I would do is, are they doing meet and greets? And if they're doing a meet and greet, I'll pay for the meet and greet because to me that's more valuable than just paying for a ticket to come see you. That's not really going to help me in my career. But I know what's going to help is if I pay for a meet and greet, I get to get a picture with you. So when I post that picture, my buzz go up. Um, you know, give you a flash drive with my music on it. Hopefully you listen to it. If not, fuck it. But not only that, sorry for the language.
No, you
Not
good.
only that, at least get content with them. So now I got content, some type of footage. I got picture. I gave him a flash drive with my music, and then most likely at least merchandise. So I'll be having clothes. So I'll bring like a T-shirt and stuff.
Wow.
But that's how I really met Jenny, was just popping up to her event and just, you know, mingling with her.
Yeah, man. Yo, what you just put some people on game
Put you
again.
on game.
Again.
I got a lot of Jews, man.
I don't talk about it, but this is what I've been starting to do. So it's like,
okay, now go ahead.
So it's like, you know, people have asked, have asked, like, yo, how you get all these artists on? How do you get all these people on? You just, you know what I mean? Unless we know somebody that we know mutually, Norm. Whenever you want to come on the show, Norm, you know, playing games with me. But anyway,
right.
That's what you have to be present. You have to be out there. You have to exploit your stuff. Like, let's just be honest about it.
Yep.
That's why I liked how you mentioned the part about how, you know, you're there 24/7 to support. You was like you was the first. You know what I mean? And you're not seeing the return. You know,
results that right.
Yeah, that's a real thing. People got people. That's a lesson. They gotta know. Like, yo, some of these people in this industry, like the music industry, a lot of people you think is your heroes, or a lot of people you think that is they'll do right, be good by you,
ain't really like that.
Like,
ain't really like that.
It ain't really like
and that's
that.
What one of my boys told me. Nah, that's what one of my boys told me, because he a fan of Spider Cuz from New York. Mm-hmm. It's like a guy from New York who dressed up as Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm boys with one of his photographers, actually. For one of his
yeah. So my boy a fan of him. So my boy was like, yo, I wish I could meet him. The same thing I told you. I told him, I said, bro, you could. You just got to pop up to one of his events, bro.
Right.
It ain't that difficult. He popped up to his event and got to meet him. He was like, bro, like, freak that nigga. Like, it was just a disappointment. Like, the way how he was acting and this and that. I said, yeah, a lot of the times our heroes ain't really what you think they are. Like, you know, they like that in front of the camera, but off camera, they someone different. So don't even get discouraged. Like, you know, just focus on yourself.
And that's the next part. You got to know not to get discouraged and
discouraged.
And make sure that you do focus on yourself, your craft. Because if you don't, how can you open the door for someone else if you're not staying entrenched? Don't let these people like discourage you. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to whoever's listening.
No, I know. World, I know. You're speaking in general. Trust me, I've been there. Trust me, but I accepted it, and I don't let that get to me. Like, you know, because I made it this far for a reason. So as long as I'm doing what I got to do, I'm okay.
It shouldn't be that way. It should be like camaraderie, like how certain artists are with other artists. Like, we should be building that type of with the DJs, everything. Well, that's the type
relationships.
That's the type of thing I want to like give and show whenever I meet other artists and stuff. Like, you know, and it's loyalty to the point, you know, like, for instance, I would say Jahan Nostra. Do you know Jahan Nostra?
No.
Jahan Nostra is another Connecticut rapper. You guys should link up because he's up. He's doing very, very well. He's from Stanford.
No, I'll check him out.
I've been on stage with him a few times to do percussion instruments for his gigs and stuff like that. And like, we got a hip hop award together in 2019, the Harlem Hip Hop Awards, and everything that follows with El Chapo, with S.H.S.C. I don't know if you know the artist S.H.S.C.
Okay.
I was one of the producers. I forgot what title producer I was, but I just helped him meet the people he needed to meet to bring more content into the video. So, like, he automatically, what I've learned from him and how the industry ran, like, just made me 24/7 want to show more loyalty to him. and he has always reciprocated that same type of friendship, that same type of energy. Last time I saw him was at the Table Art Gallery. He was hosting as a celebrity guest, and like that's the only person, except for my people, my boys that I got ties with, and my homies, my homegirls. It's the only person that I met in the industry that I'm real good with. Everyone else, you know what I mean? Like I don't expect that. He doesn't even have to do that. But the fact that I see how much he's in tune with his state, I respect the hell out of him for that, and how he doesn't like be different
forget where he
towards
come from.
Yeah, like this dude, like he met Dapper Dan, he met all the celebrities and stuff. He tried to put Connecticut on for like 10 years now and running, probably longer than that. Pretty sure it's longer than that, Jahan. I'm not trying to reveal your age, but
nah, you good.
But yeah, like the dude met Nas, he met the ball, you know what I mean? Like, and for him to still be that guy, that's rare in the industry. It's very rare. So, for whoever's listening, don't expect that they gonna be down with you. Even Megan Thee Stallion talked about this in one of her interviews, like her recent interview. She talked about this. She was like, I was trying to be nice and be and be great towards people, and I started to realize a lot of motherfuckers is fake in this industry.
Nah, it is, bro. That's why I be feeling how I be feeling towards a lot of these people, especially like the DJs and shit. You know, because it's like, come on, you're acting Hollywood, and y'all not even famous. Like y'all want to be so famous, but y'all not that. But my thing too is like, why not help Connecticut artists get on? Y'all the #1 station in the whole tri-state, but have not put on out one Connecticut artist. Y'all sit there and support outsiders, bro.
Right.
You know how big y'all would be if y'all support y'all own CT artists is? Because that's why I love supporting others, because you know you get the same energy. By you showing love, they're going to show love. Yo, shout out to this person because you know he managed to do a song with me, or he came on and show love. Like by y'all helping us artists, every artist will show y'all love. So not only us gonna become big, y'all gonna become big too. Vice versa, we helping each other. But the industry, well, not the industry, but the DJs, they like, nah, they just going off of popularity, your numbers. You gotta have a certain following. But I'm like, to me, that's telling me y'all kind of fake. Y'all only want to mess with us when we got a buzz. Like, why not,
After you do the
rock
work
with us before the come up?
Right.
Oh, it don't work like that. You gotta have a name, or you gotta have a buzz. But by the time I get my buzz and I'm lit, why would I want to work with y'all? Because I don't need y'all.
Right. And think about it. Out of Connecticut, who is really, really big right now, besides John Mayer from Fairfield? Look, I'm not dissing the white artists. Let's stay on. I respect all the white artists too. All right.
Nah,
If
you
anybody
good. Nah,
takes
it's
that,
crazy.
I'm
I'm
talking
about
about
to
for
say
our
his name.
hoods,
I'm about to say his name too, but
for
nah,
the
you
genre.
You good. But I don't really feel like, you know, the Caucasian guy really running CT right now. Like, I just feel
Chris
like he's
Webby,
like the Chris Webby.
maybe.
Like, you always gonna be that guy. Like, we already know you was like one of the first people to blow in Connecticut, but like, who's really got the motion right now? Like, not him. Like, you got motion regardless, but who's really running CT right now?
Right. Yeah, and we need that. I know we get overshadowed by New York, but there's a lot of great talent here. I mean, hell, like the girl that Benzino daughter, her most popular song was written by somebody in Wallingford. Her most popular song.
Talking
So
about Cola Ray.
yeah. Her most popular
Benzino
song was written
daughter.
by somebody that lives in Wallingford. So we out here. We need to be out here. Like
Yo, that's why they be sleeping on Connecticut, yo. And it's funny because I listened to the radio one day, and Kid Fresh and somebody else on the radio was talking about it. They say, yo, if Connecticut get into the industry, the East Coast would take over the industry regardless if Connecticut got in. And I feel like that's valid because there's so much talent here that haven't got the opportunity So when they finally do open the doors for us, you know how much talent's in Connecticut that didn't get their chance yet? So I feel like, of course, we will take over the game. There's so much talent out here.
Oh yeah, and it's about time because the
So much
South has been running shit for too long now. It's time for the South to get dethroned.
Nah,
The
facts.
South been running shit too long now. It's time for the
Too
East
long.
Coast to take it back. Like,
Nah, yep.
I don't want to take over too much
My
of your
fault.
time, man. I really. Oh, you're fine. I was going to say I'm not. I don't
Nah,
want to take over
I ended
too
up
much
hitting
of
the
your
button by
time, bro.
mistake. Hold on.
Oh yeah, take your time.
There you go. All right. Nah, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't want to take over.
I just
Take on
appreciate
your.
the fact
It's
that you
really
had
dope.
me up here. So
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah.
okay.
And keep doing what you're doing because I like your music and stuff, and I've been showing people and everything too. So you know what I mean? Like, let's stay in touch because I think it's really dope.
Nah, definitely will.
And do you have anything else for my audience that you would like to tell them real quick? Last words.
Just stay consistent. Really, just never give up. Stay consistent, even though when you feel like it's getting hard and times getting tough. Just stay consistent. Like what I learned was, it'd be a shame to give up, knowing that you right there to your success. You know, I'm very big on quotes. I seen a quote where like it was a guy, um, you know, trying to get to his destination, and then like, you know, he stopped where he was to go back, and then when he turned back, he realized he was so far from where he started, and he's basically right there to the finish line. So even though when it feel hard and times get tough, never give up because you never know that next step that you didn't take most likely will be your success. So just don't give up and just keep moving and always take risks. Never be scared to take a risk. Without risk, there's no reward.
Yep.
Remember that. So
Thank you
and
so
then
much, Jay
nah,
Nasty.
anytime. Thank
Go
you for
check out
having me.
2 p.m. in CT. Go check that out right now.
Nah, yes, sir. It's out everywhere on all streaming platforms. Check it out. Check it out.
Thank you so much, brother, for coming on, and have a really good day.
Nah, you too. I appreciate it.
Blank period, yeah. On my black, brown, and indigenous. Gotta holla if you really feeling this. Gotta holla if you really real enough. Other rappers is delirious. Yeah, it's really that serious. Better holla if you really feeling me. I gotta keep it 100, ayy. If you don't like it, then fuck it, ayy. We gonna win in the end, yeah, we gonna live in abundance. I gotta keep it 100, ayy. If you don't like it, then fuck it, ayy. We gonna win in the end, yeah, we gonna. I gotta keep it 100. We gotta stop all the stunting. You know we coming from nothing. Yo, you talking about money, you bluffing. We gotta do something different. We gotta change how we live in. We gotta do better for women. We gotta do better for children. We gotta listen to victims, whether Jewish or Muslim or Christian. It doesn't matter your religion. You gotta stand against the system, or else you just another villain. How you just sitting there chilling?